up on top of the roof inspecting it, getting ready to winterize it for this season. As you can see, the smoke has come in real bad. Today's better than the last couple of days. You couldn't even see the other side of the river. So we're going to be getting out of here. It's just so much smoke up here. But anyway, it looks like a limb fell right here and cut this up. So I'm going to put a piece of a Turnabond patch on it. And this up here is where the tree fell, which took it pretty good, but there's a piece of metal right there. So I'm going to put a piece, clean this up and put a patch on this, keep the water out. But the awning's just about shot. That's 11 years worth of awning. It's about done. Maybe next year I'll come up here and seal this roof. But we got it all blowed off. Well, down there, there's a piece of black tape right there on that slanted part. That's where the tree limb fell through it at Smoky Mountains in Elkmont. I'm gonna go fix it too. Get my solar panels cleaned up. Get everything ready to go. All right, so all in all, I think we fared pretty well with the tree. I put one little patch here, and I found another little hole there, and the damage to the side right there, which ain't bad, but it did cut the membrane. And since there's a possibility that I may turn it in on insurance, because it did hurt the awning some, I'm not going to patch it 100% so the adjuster can look at it. But it looks good up here to get by for another winter. We'll come on down and we'll start taking care of some other stuff. Morning, everybody. Hey, Daryl here, some days here. Well, yesterday I did a walkthrough with the RV and have some issues. I always do a walkthrough, make sure all the systems work before we take off here from the northwest for a voyage across America. And one thing I did, the furnace came on, but it wasn't blowing heat. So I came over here yesterday and yanked out the furnace. I'm gonna take it in and get it tested. The furnace blows, the sail switch comes up. That's one criteria you have for a start. And then the gas valve's open, and I could smell gas, so I know I'm getting gas. But it wouldn't ignite at all. So either the igniter went out, or maybe the control panel went out. I don't know. I don't have the tools. I'm not going to get into it right now to do it. I'm going to take it to Chuck's RV shop in Meade and let him put it on the bench and test it. And maybe it even needs cleaned. So we're going to do that today, and we'll come back and install it. They put these things in some spaces that's hard to get to. This one had 4 ducts hooked to it, and it's hard to get in there to take the ducts off. The way they made this unit. Now, here is the front of the unit. This is where the gas came in right here. This is your wires for it. You got the blue ones right there are thermostats, and then you got your hot and your ground here for your motor. So we pulled it out. It just slides in and out, and then you've got your taps for your furnace, and these are the collars that go on it. It's got a tab. See if I can show it to you. See that tab right there? It's got to go in here on that hole, and then you got to get it in just right where it'll spin and lock in. Okay, and I tore those up a little bit trying to get them out because it was so hard, and I've never worked on one of these before. I didn't know how to get these in and out. So that's it. So I'll get all those straightened back out. We'll take this in this morning. As you can see, we had a big windstorm here the other day and just filled the truck up. I'll pull the generator out and we'll clean all that out. But we're going to go in there today and drop that off and let them work. And then I'm also going to get the truck service. I want them to go through it. We'll do the filters, fuel, and oil. change all that out. Have them look underneath, check the differentials as much as I can do, check underneath the hood, make sure all my fluids are good to go. It's easy to do up here. Front tires are okay, but the back tires are starting to get down. I've got 55,000 miles on these tires, and they've been doing really good, but I think I'm going to go ahead and change them up here and get done with it, and I don't have to worry about it going down the road. So that's what I'm going to do today. We pulled everything out of the RV from the bays, cleaning everything out, reorganizing, take what we only need. There's our solar back in there. So we'll get that put back in. Kim's been working inside on getting everything ready, bringing them down from Maddie and bringing it down so we can put it in here. Because more than likely we'll be leaving here in a week. So that's what we're doing today, and I'll get back with you later and give you an update on what went on with the furnace, and maybe try to show you how it installed. There's only really 2 screws that was holding it in there, and they just screws down in the bottom so it won't slide, because it's in there pretty tight. All right, so let's get on the road. Morning, everybody. Well, we got the furnace back from Chuck's RV in Meade, Washington. If you're ever up in eastern Washington, that's a great place to go. I mean, they got us in right away. I took it to him, he bench tested it that day, fixed it the next day, and I could pick it up. So you can't beat that in the RV industry as far as I'm concerned. They're really good people, and they got a good assortment of RV products. But anyway, we're going to put this thing back in today. And in order to do that, when I took it apart, these little clips that the ductwork screws onto right here, little 1/4-inch hex heads, these go in here. I think I showed you before, but they fit right here on this notch, and then you can attach them like this. So I got to hook the ductwork back up, go back in here, clean the ductwork up, reattach them, and then once I slide the unit in, we'll go ahead and put these on. Gotta get the unit in first before you can put these on. They're not quite long enough. Get it rewired and get this thing all put back together. We're fixing to leave here in a couple days, so I got to get to stepping. All right, let's get it put together. Well, I think we've pretty well got everything reattached. We got the flange back on every one of these, and you got to pay attention again where this little clip here goes on each one of these, because this slides in first and then the clip goes in. Because if you get it wrong and put the clip over here, you're going to have a heck of a time twisting to get that thing right in here. See, these are different than these, so you got to pay attention. Hopefully this video will help where you don't have to tear them all apart like I did, because I was lacking a little knowledge. Now I'm a little bit smarter. So now we're going to strip the wires, clean this up, get it slid in enough where I can reach my hand back and get these 2 and then these 2 right here. And I'll have to go inside and hook this one up. So let's go on to that step. Well, we got it all put back together, hot and cold, and then I've got these tied on the thermostats, which is blue. So it's all working, and it started up and it ran fine. So everything's good. Now I just got to hook up the ductwork back behind, get all my face coverings on and everything. But hopefully all the video came out. We learned a little bit. It's the first time I've ever had to mess with a furnace on an RV over 35 years. So it helped me save a lot of money by pulling it out and taking it down there myself, instead of taking the whole rig and then after them to do it. So if you're a little mechanically inclined, that's good. Helps you out, save a little money. About $450 bucks. Put a new motor on, new control board, bench test it. I think the bench test was 55 bucks. and then clean it up. So we're back in business. We got our furnace again. New ones are about $700-800, so I saved half the price, and still I think we got a pretty good unit going. So don't be afraid to work on your RV a little bit if you've got some mechanical abilities, or we're gonna have to take it in and get it fixed. So anyway, I'm gonna put it back together. I want you to stop the madness and start the adventure. We're gonna get ready to leave here in 2 or 3 days. Get a few more things I gotta knock out and get done. Get things organized, and we'll be ready to go. So please take a moment to subscribe if you haven't already. And for our continuing subscribers, thank you very much for sticking with us all these years. And give us a little thumbs up if you got a chance. But anyway, hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you out there. Bye.